ELT program is not a pure academic or classroom learning program. The ELT program is structured with 3 integrated pillars in mind. The first pillar is classroom learning. The second pillar is action learning via Business Growth Plan, BGP. Participants will, with the close guidance of their business coaches, work on their BGP. They'll be required then to apply what they learned from the classroom to their BGPs. The third pillar is the overseas immersion, where ELT participants will be able to gain first-hand experience on what regional companies have to offer in terms of good business practices in their respective markets. The ultimate objective is to ensure ELT participants make good progress in their transformation and expansion plans. I must say that across all ELT programs, the objectives are aligned with respect to helping promising SMEs transform and scale their businesses. That being said, each ELT program can differ in terms of how these outcomes can be brought about. The SMU ELT program is unique in many ways. For brevity, I'd like to highlight only 3 of them. Firstly, we have a leading regional bank, UOB, as our strategic partner in the program. Their deep roots in the SME sector and extensive regional network will add significant value to our program. Secondly, the SMU ELT curriculum is designed based on over 8 months of research conducted together with UOB, where we surveyed and interviewed 100 local enterprises to determine what modules will be useful for them to transform and grow their businesses. Thirdly, the SMU ELT program is taught only by seasoned practitioners with an average of 18 years of industry experience amongst them. As such, our trainers not only have deep understanding of the subject matter, but also the SME context, because the local SME issues are unique.
As a trainer, I run the Digital Transformation and Innovation for Growth module, which focuses on sharing with the business leaders how they can successfully digitalize their business processes or innovate on their business models. Now, as a coach, my role is to act as an advisor and a sounding board as the business leaders develop or conduct their initial market validation of their business growth plans. This happens in parallel with the in-class modules, such that they can put to practice what they have learned. The business growth plan is the most important outcome upon the completion of the program. It is a crystallization of all the key elements covered throughout the program, which are developed by the business leaders themselves. It is meant to provide them with a clear and well-considered business strategy, factoring in financial considerations, market expansion, technology enablement, branding and communications, and human resources. I see my role as an advisor, as these business leaders know their domain or industries better than anyone else. But I add value by providing an independent third-party perspective. I take a 3-step approach, which I call the 3F: focus, facilitate, and formation. So for focus, as a starting point, this would be a business area which the business leaders has identified as a key priority to achieve growth. And this would typically come about during the course of their in-class modules. Next, facilitate. What I often do is ask them very pointed questions to help them fine-tune their idea or plan, or to challenge some of their assumptions. And finally, formation. By this stage, the business leaders should have a clear vision on where they need to head. And this is when I start working with them to build out the details of their growth plan, including work streams, resources, partnerships, financial projections, amongst other considerations.
There were 3 aspects that stood out for me, and they all begin with the letter E. The first E is engaging trainers. We had incredible trainers who were generous in imparting their knowledge and dispensing practical advice and sharing their wealth of experience. The trainers made the effort to actively engage us and encourage two-way communication through facilitated group discussions and interactive elements and games. The second E is the exchange of ideas. Besides learning from the trainers, I've also gained from the rich learning environment created by my fellow coursemates. My cohort comprises of diverse individuals from the different industries with varied areas of expertise. The last E is effortless friendships forged. The course may have ended, but it's really just the beginning of the many friendships that were formed with my coursemates. The program has helped me to see and imagine the future of work with new eyes and become a more purposeful leader. As my organization forges ahead our Industry 4.0 transformation journey, I'm excited to introduce fresh ideas and perspectives to sharpen our business and people strategies.